welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and I'm a full-time reseller. On today's video, I do have another What Sold video. This is for the week of February 10th through the 16th. I did have sales on all four platforms: Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. Looking at my notes for the week, it looks like Poshmark was the winner this week. I did have 12 sales there, 2 bundles. I did have a shipping issue. I will get to that when I show you what sold. Mercari, that one was pretty good, 6 sales over there. One thing I have noticed on Mercari recently is I've been getting a lot of cancellation requests after people are putting in offers. Like, they'll put in an offer, I maybe don't see it right away, and then I will have a message that says, oh, unfortunately this won't fit, or, you know, I decided I don't want this, please cancel the offer. So I don't know why that's kind of becoming a thing all of a sudden. On eBay, I do have a coupon currently for 15% off that seems to be doing well. And then Depop was a little bit slower this week with only 4. So I will scoot over and we will get right into what sold. Starting with Poshmark, this was a miracle suit. This one was a little bit older. I do like the colors with this, a size 8, and it did go for $25. Next is a Miami ink hat. This was from a tattooing show that I think it was like 2003-ish maybe that was on TV. And this one came in a hat box from Goodwill. It was absolutely horrible. I think this was the only hat in there that was sellable. And this one had quite a bit of discoloration on the inside. It did end up going for $25. I will say anything that has this kind of Ed Hardy look is definitely becoming pretty popular. The whole Jersey Shore type vibe is coming back. So do a little research into that and keep your eye out for those type of items. Next is Sundance. This one was a size medium. I think it was silk and something. Yeah, this one had silk on, I think, the collar of it. It was a really pretty watercolor floral top. This one I picked up at the bins and it did go for $28. Next is Odi or Odi. I'm not sure how you pronounce this. This was originally picked up for that consignment booth that I did. It was a 3X, all over cheetah print, I guess, animal print. And this one did go for an offer of $19. This was a bundle sale, Pretty Angel. I think I just showed something that sold last week from that brand. This was very kind of fairy, woodsy type top. And then Origami. This brand I don't know much about. I found a whole bunch of pieces one time at the bins the same day. At first I was like, nah, I don't know about this. So I just kind of kept throwing them to the side. But once I kept finding them, I was like, I should maybe just look into it. It seems to be kind of like more of a quirkier looking brand, kind of a boho brand. This was a teal cardigan. It was all kind of lace. It had some ruffle detail. This one had quite a bit of attention. I think I only have one item left from that haul that I got. These 2 items ended up going for $55. Okay, so this is the item that I had the shipping issue with. These were a pair of Spanx pants. Even Spanx pants I'm having issues selling recently, and these were a flare. So I don't know why it's taken so long. So she got them for $40. I got up in the morning, and I don't know if I dreamt that I had sold something else, but like in my mind, I knew like 100% that I had sold this Wisconsin sweatshirt. It was like I had zero doubt that it happened. So I printed the label. I didn't even look at anything, grabbed that Wisconsin sweatshirt, put it in there, and sent it out. And then I went to the post office with all my other packages, and I got home and I was like, well, where is that Spanx label? So then I went back and looked and I'm like, oh my God, like, I've never sold that Wisconsin sweater. That has never sold. But I sent it to this girl and I let her know immediately, like, hey, I sent you the wrong item. She's really nice about it. I told her I would give her a deal once the sweatshirt came back, so that she could get refunded, that I would sell her these for $30 because that was completely my fault. So lesson learned. I've never done that before where like I haven't looked, but for whatever reason, it was like, I thought for sure that that was the sweatshirt, and it wasn't because the sweatshirt didn't even sell. So this one is coming back, I think, today. I will send her the offer once she gets refunded, and she will get this for a deal. So in the long run, she has to wait a little bit longer, but she's ended up getting a better deal on these pants. This was a Who What Wear. This came in, where did this come in? Quick Lots box, I believe. It was like a corset type top with puff sleeves, white, size 14. I've had this forever. It finally went for $30. This is the brand Sinful. It's from Affliction, I believe. These tops have been doing very well for me. This one I actually got in a mystery box. I didn't film it. It's from the, what was it called? Rag House, I believe. If you're interested in it, a lot of them, they will show you exactly what is in the box. They will have a little YouTube video and they show you what is in there. I believe that those are only the ones that they only have like 1 or 2 left and they're on sale. So I thought I would give it a try. I saw some pretty good items in there. A couple have sold from that box. I definitely know I'm going to make my money back, but I will say there were some condition issues. More than likely there's going to be in mystery boxes. I would say over half the items were stuff that I just wasn't going to sell or maybe was a little bit too damaged, even though I saw, you know, the video. But even with that, I will definitely make a profit on this box because I think there were like 170 items or something in the box and I paid like $134, $133 with shipping. So after I got rid of all that stuff, I kept all the good stuff, and there is a shirt that was in there that I currently have listed for $100. We'll see if it goes for $100 or not, but that is where this came from, and this was an extra small. Next up is another bundle. This was a vintage, like bright paisley slip type top, and then also this Elaine Bryant crushed velvet blouse in this really pretty like silver lavender color. This one ended up going for $35. Burma Bibis? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not. This one I got at the thrift store. It was 100% silk. There was a small hole in the collar, which, you know, isn't too noticeable. It wasn't extra large. It was very kind of abstract, almost like figure drawing print to it. And this one did go for $30. Next up is another pair of BKE jeans. I think I just showed that last week. These were a boot cut mid-rise size 26, and these did go for $26. This was the sale of the week. This was a Coach tote and it was reversible. So it was this really pretty blue and then more of like a slate blue on the inside, and you could flip it in and you could flip it inside out and switch the colors. This I got at the bins. I was extremely surprised that it was there. I think that they had changed out. They have like these big bins that have the accessories. And normally when I get there, it's very picked over and it sits there for weeks until they put new stuff in. And I think what happened is I was there right away at 9 and they must have just done it because there's no way that this Coach bag would have just been laying there on the top. So that was definitely a great find. It did go for $60. Next up is a vintage Wisconsin Badger hat. This one had a little bit of damage just kind of in the shaping of it. It could definitely be reshaped. It was found at the bin, so I hardly paid anything, and it did only go for $14. This was a cabbie jacket. I've had this forever. For whatever reason, it seems like cabbie outerwear does not move well for me. Other cabbie pieces, it does. This one sat forever, and I thought it was really cute. It was a size small, and it did finally go for $29. Another Miracle suit. This was black and white, the size 18. I'm not entirely sure where this came from, but if I had to guess, I think it was from the bins. This was Old Navy, size large. It was a really pretty like seersucker look to it. It didn't feel like seersucker. This one had some smocking underneath the chest and then some tie details on the shoulders. Very summer, very vacation, and this did go for $19. This was a Harry Potter shirt. It was a Ron Weasley shirt. That's why I got it. I don't really see Ron Weasley branded items, and this was a Universal Studios branded t-shirt. So I believe those you can only get at Universal Studio. So I'm sure whoever bought it originally paid quite a bit. This one did end up going for an offer of $19. This was a Land's End swimsuit, really flattering, a size 2X, kind of had like a wrap look to it. I got this at Goodwill. All swimsuits at Goodwill, unless they're in the boutique section, are $3.99. That's a pretty good price point, especially for these plus size swimsuits that are a little bit more elaborate. You can get more money for them. And this one went for $22. Now onto eBay. This was a sports bra from All in Motion, a size 4X. This came from that place that everything was $1. And a lot of that stuff has started selling, which is great because I picked that up, I don't know if it was like in the middle of summer or towards the end of summer, and a lot of it was not moving right away. So I was like, ooh, I don't know if I should have got this, but it's starting to move, which is fine. This was new with tags. Like I said, it was 4X and it did go for an offer of $13. Next is a pair of Athleta shorts. These were picked up at the bins. There was a little bit of like a paint stain, I think, on the back. I got most of it out, but there was just a little bit still there. I did note it. They were a size 12, a little bit older of a style, and these went for $14. This was a This was a vintage bowler hat. It came from my aunt. If you've watched the channel, you've heard me talk about her. She's been cleaning out her house and giving me stuff to sell. I think she said it was from her great uncle and that it was from the 40s. She's had it in this box forever, and I said, sure, I'll try selling it. There was a small crack. The sides kind of curl up. That's part of the design, and there was a small crack in there. You couldn't see it because the fabric was over it, but you could feel it. This one sold for my full asking price, and it did go within under a week. Next is a pair of Clarks. I got these at Goodwill on clearance for $3.99. Just a nice comfort shoe, 8.5 wide. Let's see. These ended up going for my full asking price as well for $40. This was a vintage Sunbeam hand mixer. I got this at a rummage sale for $1. This one has sat for quite a while with not a lot of interest. I don't know if I would do this again. I would maybe look at the sell-through rate, see how many are currently listed. This one finally did go for $15. Another miracle suit. So I sold 3 this week. This one was that really cool colorway where it was those like kind of almost like vintagey brown tones to it. It was new with tags for a size 14. And this one did go for my full asking price of $58. This jacket I've had longer than I anticipated I would. This was Star Wars Her Universe. I don't know if I think it's affiliated with Torrid, but maybe not. I know I've sold pieces from Torrid that were Her Universe. This was only a size large. Maybe that's why it had the big graphic on the back. It was a denim black jacket, size large. I want to say I paid close to $7 for this one. Like I said, I thought it was going to go a lot quicker, but it did finally go for my full asking price of $50. This is Jones, New York. This one I just kind of was playing with because of the print on it and the size. It was a 2X, just a pop over top. I find this brand quite a bit, so I wanted to see how it would do. It did end up going for my full asking price of $18. So this one I might look into. This could be another one of those brands where if I can find a couple of like the same style, same size, I can lot them together and hope to entice somebody that way. This was some vintage wallpaper. This was the Atomic Burst print. That print is pretty popular with the mid-century modern vibe. This was still new in packaging. It was 18 square feet. I got this along with a couple of different other prints at a local thrift store. I think I only paid like $1 or $2 per item. This one ended up going for my full asking price of $19.99. This was another item that was from that place where everything was $1, Universal Thread. These were a corduroy wide leg in a size 22W, relaxed fit, new with tags. These finally did go for an offer of $22. And then the last item to sell on eBay this week was a J. Jill 100% linen short overalls. These were super cute. I got these at the bins. I looked them over really well just because I don't like getting lighter colors at the bins because more than likely they're stained. These were not, and they did go for an offer of $25. This shirt sold almost immediately. It was Zara. I picked it up in the women's section. It's actually a men's shirt. This was, what size was it? A small medium. It was from their summer wardrobe 24 collection. I don't really know what that means. I just knew some dude was probably going to really like this for a vacation or some sort of summer party or something along those lines. It did end up going for $26. This was another item that was from that Rag House mystery box that I told you about. This one had so much attention on all different platforms. Once I posted it on Mercari, right away people were sending me messages, hey, what's the lowest you'll take? And I was like 34 because I literally just posted it. I got a bunch of lowball offers on Depop for this, and somebody finally came in and got it for my full asking price of $38. This is just Maurice's. Once again, I used all of those keywords. This one I used, the title was Vintage Emo, Cyber Goth, Mall Goth, Cross Striped, Long Sleeve, Top Size, Small. So, anything that has these attached sleeves, if they are striped, that's good. If they have thumb holes, that's even better. If the t-shirt itself has this type of graphic, kind of like those swirlier looks, crosses, any type of bling to it, I would definitely look into it because those are just flying out of my stores. So this one, it looks like I accidentally deleted my listing, so the photo's not going to have the whole sold thing on it. This was from the brand Enchanted. The tag looked to be a little bit more modern. This had all of the angelic, ethereal, fairy, dainty, all of that. It was a plus size, a 2X, Really pretty slip dress. This one did go for my full asking price of $25. And then the last item to sell this week, this was a denim maxi dress. I've been doing pretty well with these. This had, what was the print on this? It was little roses, like tiny little roses were printed all over it. This one was also a plus size. There were no size tags or brand tags, so I measured it out to be about a 2X. This one had quite a bit of interest, and it ended up going for an offer of $24. So I still am a week behind on my what sold, but I think I'm going to keep it that way. It gives me a little bit extra buffer of time to get the video out for Wednesday. Before it was like, come Monday morning, I'd have to get all my numbers and everything and then film the video and get that out by that coming Wednesday. So I think I'm going to keep it that way. It's still current. You're still seeing what's selling. It's just kind of like a week behind. So I'm definitely going to keep the coupon code, I think, on eBay. That seems to do better for me than running sales. Sales generate some movement in the store, but what I'm seeing so far of the last 2 weeks that I did the coupon, that seems to be doing better. This upcoming week's what sold video, I had 18 sales on eBay. So, and most of them were with that coupon code. So it's definitely bringing in traffic. I did only have it running, I think, for 3 weeks because I just wanted to see like what it kind of looked like. So I'm wondering if that is better than running sales. Let me know in the comments below if you have any insight in that, if the sales work better for you on eBay or if the coupon code does. So I might look into that after the 3 weeks is up and see what I want to do. If I want to have multiple ones, you know, maybe some of the winter stuff have that a little bit higher, some of the newer stuff have that a little bit lower, and just kind of play with that. Because obviously people are always going to want a deal. That's just, you know, what people are looking for when they're shopping. So let me know in the comments below what's been selling for you. I seem to be selling quite a bit of swimwear. I think people are starting to go on vacation. Spring break should be right around the corner. I think that's in March, right? Sometime in March. I think it kind of fluctuates throughout the month depending on what area you're in the country and if you're in, you know, grade school, high school, college. So let me know in the comments below what's been selling for you the most. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!